And welcome back. It's a Wellness Wednesday, and today we're focusing on the secret to success by making a living doing what you love doing. Joining us now, our spiritual coach, Michelle Barr. Always good to have you on. How are you?
Hello, I am good. Today we're talking about how you see your world. For instance, if I give you the letters ACSDRE, what do you see? Some people see the word scared, and some people see the word sacred. It's the same letters arranged differently, and it makes all the difference in you creating a lifestyle you love that supports and sustains you. That's how important perception is. You see scared or sacred based on what you see. You set about building your life with that perception.
So how do you know if you are maybe viewing things through a more negative lens? And then what do you do about it?
It's a great question. You start becoming aware of what you see. So everything, we see other people doing and saying things, and we have natural reactions. You start paying attention to what you're saying about your own world and what you're saying about what you're seeing in the world. So what are you seeing? How are you interpreting that internally? And then what stories are you making about it? So we're back again to working with your stories. It's the best way to start catching this. What stories are you telling about money, about your body, about your health, about your partner, about what you can and can't have and be and do?
What's interesting to me, a lot of people find this wellness route either after something traumatic has happened to them and they're trying to pick up the pieces and build this better life, or so much later in life. And what's interesting is now science is backing everything that you're talking about in terms of how important our words are, our inner dialogue as well. So how do you teach people to start making that change? If you've lived the first 30, 40, 50 years of your life saying things like, I can't do that, I don't know how things always mess up, I never have, things like that, something that small really can make that true for you.
They can. There's so much that science, like you said, is starting to really back up what we have known and believed that works. And what you're talking about now becomes patterns. So the bad news is now you've created these patterns of thought that become automatic and they go out in the world, and that's how you see your world and how you create. The good news is once something is a pattern, you can recognize it. So you start recognizing how things and people and situations make you feel. And I start working with people I recognize in the stories they're telling me and in the words they're using, their patterns. And anytime you see something showing up 3 times, it's a pattern. So their boss is also being played out by their best friend, which was how they interacted with their mother. And you start seeing these old patterns of behavior, and then you've really got to use the tools to stop those thoughts and repattern, and it starts internally, and then your outside world starts changing.
So that would be if you find yourself saying, that's the 3rd time somebody cut me off in traffic this week, or this keeps happening to me.
And
people
then,
keep saying this thing to me.
Yes, and then you hear yourself telling the story. This always happens to me. People never give me the right meal at the restaurant, or I always get cut off. Traffic is always so bad.
Yeah.
And then you create those things.
Very, very interesting. We will leave it right there. The secret to success. Thank you so much, Michelle Barr. Always good to see you.